Hi students, in this video I am going to discuss APRJC 2024 question paper, the two physics questions from booklet code A. Now let us move to the questions. So 101 question, if A, B, C are under thermal contact, then in which of the following condition heat will be transferred from A to both B and C? So ఇక్కడ క్వశ్చన్ ఏమడినాడండి, A, B, C three objects ఉన్నాయి A, B, C. So A is in thermal contact with B and C. Then what is the condition that heat will be transferred from A to both B and C? అంటే A నుండి heat B కి C కి పోవాలంటే A should be at high temperature and both B and C should be at low temperature. So temperature of B, C are less than A. So option 3 will be the correct answer for 101 question. Now let us move to 102. See, material are given and its specific heats are given. Now what is the question? Let us see. From the above table, which one of the following material has more reluctance towards change in temperature? ఇక్కడ reluctance nothing but reluctance అంటే here reluctance అనేది this is nothing but specific heat. Reluctance means specific heat అన్నమాట. అంటే ఇక్కడ ఏ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ కి స్పెసిఫిక్ హీట్, ఏ మెటీరియల్ కి స్పెసిఫిక్ హీట్ ఎక్కువ ఉంది అని అడుగుతున్నాడు. సో యూ కెన్ సీ హియర్ ఫర్ సి ద మెటీరియల్ సి ద స్పెసిఫిక్ హీట్ ఇస్ 0.21 calorie per gram degree Celsius. So for 102 option 3 will be the correct answer. Next 103, dogs panting on hot days, the basic physical phenomena in it is. So ఇది direct question అండి, this is evaporation. So option 1 will be the correct for 103. So 104, 1 calorie is equal to 1 calorie means we know it is 4.186 joules. So ఇక్కడ joules లోని కాబట్టి 4.186. So for 104 answer is 3. Next 105, the heat energy required to change 10 grams of ice at minus 10 degrees Celsius into water vapor at 100 degrees Celsius is. So 10 grams of ice is there. So అది ఎలా కన్వర్ట్ కావాలి? ఫ్రమ్ minus 10 degrees Celsius to 100 degrees Celsius. See, first of all, from minus 10 degrees Celsius it has to reach to 0 degrees Celsius. Again from 0 degrees Celsius, see here it will be ice. ఇది ఐస్ గా ఉంటది ఇక్కడ. 0 degrees దగ్గర ఐస్ గా రావాలి. నెక్స్ట్ it has to be converted to water at 0 degrees Celsius. So after that water has to be boiled and again that water has to be converted to 100 degrees Celsius. So again this water has to convert it into steam, that is water vapor, that it will be at 100 degrees Celsius. So ఈ విధంగా మీరు ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఇక్కడ టెంపరేచర్ లో చేంజ్ వచ్చింది. ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ టు దిస్ there is phase change. Again here there is change in the temperature. Again here there is change in the phase. So e part ki you have to apply the formula ms delta t. For this part you have to apply q is equal to ml. For this part again you have to apply ms delta t formula. Deeniki again you have to apply ml. So if you apply all these formulas and if you substitute the values, you will get answer as 7250 calories. So for 105 question, option 1 will be the correct answer. So now let us move to question number 106. So question number 106, the value of latent heat of evaporation of water is. So it is a direct question. Latent heat of evaporation of water, it is 500. Latent heat of evaporation of water is 540 calorie per gram. So this is the latent heat of evaporation. So 106 answer is 540, that is option number 1. Next 107, the visible color part of the eye is. So colored part of the eye generally it is nothing but iris. So for 107 option 2 is correct. Real images are always. See, real images are always. So real image means it will be always, it can be caught on the screen and they are inverted. the nature of real images means they can be caught on the screen and they are inverted images. So if you see the four options, చూస్తే option number 3 ఇక్కడ correct అనిపిస్తుంది. Can be traced on screen and they are inverted. So for 108 option 3 is correct. Next 109, mirages formed due to. So mirages are formed, they are nothing but due to total internal reflection. Only mirages are formed. So for 109 answer 3 is correct. Option 3 is correct. Now let us see 110. Which letter represents the angle of deviation in the above figure? So angle of deviation అంటే ఇక్కడ చూడండి మీరు, here m is angle of deviation. So if you extend the incident ray and if you extend the emergent ray, they will meet at one point. That means this is the incident ray and this is the emergent ray, and this angle is there. No, this is angle of deviation అన్నమాట. సో ఇక్కడ angle of deviation లెటర్ m డినోట్ చేస్తుంది కాబట్టి ఆప్షన్స్ లో m ఎక్కడ ఉంది? సో ఆప్షన్ నంబర్ 3, దిస్ విల్ బి ద కరెక్ట్ ఆన్సర్ ఫర్ క్వశ్చన్ నంబర్ 110. నౌ లెట్ us మూవ్ టు క్వశ్చన్ నంబర్ 111. సో ఇక్కడ చూడండి, రిఫ్రాక్ట్ ఇండిసెస్ ఆఫ్ A, B, C are mu1, mu2 and mu3 respectively, and angle 1 is equal to angle 2, angle 3 is greater than angle 4, then which of the following relation is correct అంటున్నాడు. సో ఇక్కడ మనకు 3 మీడియంస్ ఇవ్వడం జరిగింది, వాటి యొక్క రిఫ్రాక్టివ్ ఇండిసెస్ ఇచ్చినాడు, అండ్ వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఎగ్జాక్ట్ కండిషన్ మనకు అడుగుతున్నాడు. సో లెట్ us see what is the condition here. సో ఇక్కడ if you carefully see this figure, from A to B the light ray is coming without any deviation. అంటే డీవియేషన్ లేకుండా లైట్ రే వస్తుంది అంటే the A material has same refractive index as B. అంటే AB యొక్క refractive index సేమ్ ఉంది అనమాట. అంటే mu1 is equal to mu2. mu1 is equal to mu2. So AB has same refractive index. Next the light ray is it is deviating from B to C. That means when the light ray travels from rarer to denser, we know మనకేం తెలుసు అంటే rarer to denser పోయేటప్పుడు if light ray is moving from rarer to denser, definitely it bends towards the normal. That means refractive index of this denser rarer medium is less than the denser medium. అంటే for example, if this medium refractive index is mu2 and this medium refractive index is mu3, then mu2 is less than mu3. That means mu2 it is less than mu3. So ఈ కండిషన్ సాటిస్ఫై ఎక్కడ అవుతుందండి? ఆప్షన్ నంబర్ 2 లో mu1 is equal to mu2. ఇక్కడ నో రిఫ్రాక్షన్, ఇక్కడ రిఫ్రాక్షన్ జరగడం లేదు కాబట్టి both the mediums have same refractive index. Here refraction is occurring. ఇది rarer medium, ఇది denser medium. So that's why light is bending towards the normal. కాబట్టి refractive index of B, that is mu2, it is less than mu3. కాబట్టి option 2 will be the correct answer for question number 111. So next let us see question number 112. An object is placed at 20 centimeters before a biconvex lens having focal length of 10 centimeters. Then its image formed dash from the lens. So ఇక్కడ ఒకసారి మనం let us try to understand with the help of one ray diagram. So this is the convex lens and we have the positions like this. Let this be f1 and 2f1, f2 and 2f2. Now what he is asking, an object is placed at 20 centimeters before a biconvex lens having focal length of 10 centimeters. See, if the focal length is 10 centimeters, then the object is placed at 20 centimeters. That means the object is placed at 2f2. When the object is placed at 2f2, definitely the image is formed at 2f1. Already we know the image formations by using convex lens. So 20 centimeters దగ్గర ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఉన్నప్పుడు definitely image is formed at 20 centimeters. So the options చూస్తే option number 3 you can see here the image formed 20 centimeters from the lens. So option 3 will be the correct answer for question number 112. Next, coming to question 113. A glass slab of thickness of T and having refractive index as mu if it is kept in the path of a light ray, then the shift of a ray is. So light ray shift కనుక్కోవాలండి. ఇప్పుడు we know the formula, that is a refractive index is equal to thickness of the glass slab by thickness minus shift. So ఈ formula use చేసి, so let us try to solve this problem. See here, refractive index it is given as mu. ఏమి ఇచ్చినండి refractive index mu అన్నారు. Mu is equal to thickness T by thickness minus shift. So దీన్ని కొద్దిగా modify చేస్తే, if I send this T minus delta x this side, so I will get mu T minus mu into delta x is equal to T. So if I bring this mu T minus T is equal to mu into delta x. So if I take a mu common here, T minus T by mu, that is equal to mu into delta x. So I will cancel mu here. So I will get delta x is equal to, if I take T outside, T into T by తీసుకుంటే 1 minus 1 by mu. So this will become the shift here. So T into 1 minus 1 by mu. So option ఎక్కడ ఉందండి? Option number 2. If you take option number 2, so this will become the correct answer for question number 113. Next 114. The power of a convex lens of focal length 50 centimeters is dash diopters. So మనకు ఫార్ములా తెలుసండి, పవర్ is equal to 50 centimeters focal length కాబట్టి 100 by f. So 100 by f, that is 100 by 50, 100 by 50. Now here we get 2 diopters. So option is 3 here. So for next, let us move to 115. So which one of the following will have the choice to be the wavelength of the violet color in VIBGYOR? So wavelength for VIBGYOR, in VIBGYOR violet will be having the least wavelength, that is 4000 angstroms. Why? Because violet will be having the least wavelength and red, violet కేమో తక్కువ wavelength ఉంటుంది, red కేమో ఎక్కువ wavelength ఉంటుంది. కాబట్టి తక్కువ wavelength violet కు ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి ఈ ఆప్షన్స్ లో least wavelength మనకు ఆప్షన్ నెంబర్ 4 ఉంది కాబట్టి, so this will be the correct answer for question number 115. Now let us move to question number 116. So the image of OO dash forms. So ఇక్కడ ఒక రే డయాగ్రామ్ ఇచ్చినాడు. The object is in between 2f1 and f1. మరి ఇక్కడ ఇమేజ్ ఎక్కడ ఫామ్ అవుతుందంటే, డెఫినెట్ గా ఇమేజ్ ఇస్ ఫార్మ్డ్ బియాండ్ 2f2. ఇది ఆల్రెడీ మనకు రే డయాగ్రామ్స్ లో చాలా చూసినాం కాబట్టి for 116 the option is correct answer is option number 4. So next 117. 2 ohms, 3 ohms, 4 ohms are connected, resistances are connected in series, then the resultant resistances. So series lo manaku resultant resistance is given by the formula R1 plus R2 plus R3. ante anni resistances add cheyadam ante. So 4 plus 3 7 plus 2 9 ohms. So for 117 option 2 is the correct answer. Next 118. SI unit of electric current. This is direct question and SI unit of electric current is ampere. So option 1 is correct. Next question number 119. Which of the following represents ohmic in graph? Ante ohmic conductors. So ohmic conductors graph ఎలా ఉంటుందంటే, voltage current graph వేస్తే, so that graph will be linear graph, it will be straight line like this. So for 119 question number for 119 option number 1 will be the correct answer. Now let us move to question number 120. That is the resistance of a conducting wire is, or what will be the resistance if its length is doubled and area of cross section is halved? So ఇక్కడ చూడండి, రెసిస్టెన్స్ ఏమన్నాడు, R1 is equal to, we know, rho L by A. This is the formula of resistance. Now what will be the resistance if its length is doubled and area of cross section is halved? అంటే R2 రెసిస్టెన్స్, ఇక్కడ లెంత్ ఏం చేసినారు, లెంత్ ని డబుల్ చేసినారు అండ్ ఏరియా ఆఫ్ క్రాస్ సెక్షన్ ఇట్ ఈస్ హాల్ అంటే హాఫ్ చేసినారు. సో దీన్ని కొద్దిగా మాడిఫై చేస్తే we get 4 rho L by A. So that is R2 is equal to 4 R1. That means radius resistance will become 4 times the resistance. So here 4R, that is for question 120 option 1 will be the correct answer. Next, electric power. So we know electric power is equal to voltage into current లేదా I square R రాసుకోవచ్చు లేదా we can write V square by R. So these are the various formulas for using power. సో ఇక్కడ మనకి ఇచ్చింది I square R ఇవ్వడం జరిగింది. సో ఫర్ క్వశ్చన్ 121 ఆప్షన్ 4 is correct. నెక్స్ట్ టెస్లా మీన్స్ టెస్లా అంటే ఇక్కడ వెబర్ బై మీటర్ స్క్వేర్. ఇట్ ఈస్ ద యూనిట్ ఆఫ్ మ్యాగ్నెటిక్ ఫ్లక్స్ డెన్సిటీ ఆర్ మ్యాగ్నెటిక్ ఫీల్డ్ ఇండక్షన్. సో B is equal to 5 by A. సో 5 ఫ్లక్స్ బై ఏరియా. సో ఫ్లక్స్ దానికి యూనిట్ వెబర్ బై మీటర్ స్క్వేర్. ఈ వెబర్ బై మీటర్ స్క్వేర్ ని మనము టెస్లా అంటాం. సో టెస్లా మీన్స్ వెబర్ బై మీటర్ స్క్వేర్. సో ఫర్ 122 ఆప్షన్ 1 is correct. నెక్స్ట్, విచ్ ఆఫ్ ద ఫాలోయింగ్ is not an application of Faraday's law? సో ఇక్కడ ATM card is the application of Faraday's law, induction stove and also tape recorder. So all these three are applications of Faraday's law, and incandescent bulb is there. No, this is not the application of Faraday's law. So this will be the correct answer for question number 123. Option 1 is correct. Next, magnetic field force on a charge moving parallel to the magnetic field is. So ఈ ఫార్ములా ఏమంటే the force acting on a charge is given by QVB sin theta. సో ఈ ఫార్ములాలో ఇక్కడ theta is equal to 0 degrees ఉన్నప్పుడు ఈ total value will become 0. That means when the charge is moving parallel to the magnetic field, force acting on the charge will become 0. So here option 2 is 0. So this will be the correct answer for question number 124 to 125. The enlarged form of RMS in electromagnetism is. So RMS in electromagnetism is nothing but it is root mean square. RMS means root mean square. So correct option is 4 for 125.